Disney World is short for fun. Ah, sunny Orlando, Florida. I can't say that I am too big a fan of the humidity, but it is so damn warm and sunny that being in a bad mood about it would be like spitting at the rain. Pointless. I didn't get nearly enough sleep today, but we spent close to 2 days at home in Manhattan and accomplished more in that short amount of time than I think I did in the whole month of July, so I feel good about it. I would like to extend a huge thank you to everyone who came out to the taping of the Carson Daily Show. I cannot express to all of you how much it means that you are with us, that you are part of this. I get this sinking feeling sometimes, deep like in my bones, and the second that I step foot on a stage or hold a conversation with you guys, it does things for me that cannot explain. No amount of self-medication can match it. I owe all of you more than you will ever know. You have given us the greatest gift I have ever received. Understanding. Thank you. Truly, sincerely, thank you. I cannot stop listening to the new Lazzara or Strokes record. I don't care what anyone says. That Strokes record is amazing. The songs and melodies are undeniable. And Lazzara goes without saying. That band will take over the world. Just open your ears and wait. We have been away from the bus for 2 days now, and I'm looking forward to a Timberlake dance party. I need the ringing in my ears. I need the eddy spin teasing the outer regions of my pupils. I cannot wait for Saves the Day to play tonight. In Austin, we got to see Recover. Not play, unfortunately. But we all got to hang out, and I swear that if I wasn't on tour, I would do everything in my power to keep them within a 10-foot radius of me at all times. They heal me. Showtime. Warm-ups it is. More later. Adam. Laundry. The assassin's name was Laundry. It's official, 1 week straight in the beautiful crowded lower west side of Brooklyn. It seems while we were gone, someone spent an awful long time on removing all the leaves in my neighborhood, but I am working on finding out where they hid them. This may take until spring, but I'm on it. The corner store that I frequent is exactly the same, except they totally rearranged the front counter area, and it throws me off every time I am in there. Twice daily, I end up staring into a sea of lottery cards, wondering if the guy behind the counter is going to charge me $1.50 or $2 for the Frappuccino in my hand. That and they seem to run out of Parliament ultralights at least once every other day, which totally throws me a curveball, but I'm not picky. I get the basics. There's always one sale. I think I like it here. My roommate Angel has decorated the apartment some since I was gone, but since I am back, I am going to be sure to get some more Queer Eye for the Straight Guy episodes under his belt before we take it any further. I have now seen Little Nicky 12 times at the very least. Thanksgiving was beyond awesome. I ate everything but turkey because my cooking skills are limited to the microwave, stovetop, and the George Foreman grill, all three of which are not being capable of cooking a bird. Stick to what you know, that's what I say. You know you are doing something right in growing up when you purchase your own set of tools. Sure, I have some tools, but last week I purchased a power drill. Black & Decker to be exact. I had to buy the drill bit separate, but that's okay. I also went to the Radio Shack up the block and bought a stud finder. The girl that helped me find it insisted that I have the green one over the blue, and I didn't have a preference, so I let her pick it out. She was the nicest Radio Shack employee I have ever met, next to my friend Josh from back home. He worked in the electronics section of Sears, which is nothing like Radio Shack, but they carried similar stuff, so essentially, you get the idea. I now own not only a stud finder, but a power drill. I've been considering carving my name into the side of it, but I figure that will only lead to other things like power saws and Harley Davidsons, and Lord knows I'm not ready for all that. I am easing into manhood. So anyways, with my Black & Decker power drill and the help of the green stud finder, I mounted my television to the wall. I did all of this, well, the mounting part, without the company of a shirt, further proving my awesome manliness to all of the world. Or something like that. Days off, shirts off. I have gotten reacquainted with my mattress. We had a long talk, and we agreed that I wouldn't leave it alone like that again for a while. There was no greater welcome home gift than understanding. And the things my room have to say, whew! I like it here. I have started going through my notebooks. It's a slow process, but it's been keeping me busy. Santa is real. Really real. Oh yeah, and last night I did this. This is my best friend Emily, Santa Claus, and myself. He didn't ask us what we wanted, but we didn't want to bother him with it anyway. The man probably has a lot in his mind this time of year. And get this, he was at the mall. Yeah, the mall. In Long Island, nonetheless. Could you imagine that commute? The North Pole to New York every day? Jeez, Santa is a trooper. Adam, DFC. I used to be sad, now I'm just bored with you. Little Silver Heart. Not that it's all important, but I got the sweetest parking spot tonight. You see, it is always nearly impossible to find parking by my apartment. Impossible. The thing is, I am a smoker, and my roommate isn't, which leaves me making frequent outside trips to indulge. During these meetings, I like to call them, I stand on my stoop looking at a street full of cars and none of them are moving. Not one. I take that back. There was this purple Toyota that just moved yesterday after a 5-day adventure in mocking me with his good luck finding a place to sit idle legally. Anyway, I always drive past my apartment before I go down to any other side streets with my fingers crossed, offering up my health and extra change for a night where I don't have to make a 6-block trek home. Don't get me wrong, 6 blocks is not by any means far, just inconvenient. And who wants to be in an inconvenient situation, honestly? So I'm driving by my apartment. Oh, and another thing is there's always a space big enough to fit my car, but not quite directly in front of my apartment. Yeah, that has nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but hopefully it helps with getting an idea of the level of frustration involved. So I'm driving by my apartment, and I tried to pull into the spot that I knew was too small, but just maybe. See, I knew it would tie in. When I finally accepted the fact that I would not fit into the spot that I knew I wouldn't fit into in the first place, I hung my head in defeat, only to lift it up and see a spot across the street with ample room for me to make parallel parking embarrassing. Amen! Sweet. So I parked and went inside. I had to tell somebody, and it was too late to call, but I knew you'd be up. So I put it here, and that's about it. Adam, DFC. I am bionic. Home sweet home. I breathe a sigh of relief, then remorse, then pause and remember that I was given strict instructions to refrain from using my mouth for anything other than pathetic whimpers and Listerine. After a brief visit to my dentist, I am now a bigger, stronger, bionic me. The government has me classified, but is no match for my keen computer skills. Guys gotta have skills. I would like to thank the Academy and my poor surgery timing for Star Wars being released the same day I was to be house arrested. Bedridden and not clear-headed, I have counted my fingers numerous times and nothing ever changes. Still 10. Speaking of 10, I highly advise that you go to thedeathscene.com and check out a band that goes by the name of Ambry. Their first record has been released by an angel friend of mine. I keep him company. Let's recap. I am bionic, thedeathscene.com, Ambry. Oh, sweet plug, we're out the end, and the perk sets slow. Adieu, H1 5000. Holy frickin' fun times, Batman! So, for those of you looking for things that are sweet this holiday season, look no further. Scientific Proof magazine states that one of the funniest and most genius websites around is, drumroll please, youhavebadtasteinmusic.com. On a recommendation scale of 1 through 10, this website is a 9999995. Happy holidays, Atron 5000 out. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Last night I ventured into a land of make-believe where it snows in California and the Cheesecake Factory has the best nachos around. While there, I ran into Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer and followed them for what must have been roughly 90 minutes or so. They were shooting, kidnapping, murders, cursing, thieving the works. And let me tell you something. It was the best $10.75 I have spent since I saw Walk the Line last week. So for those of you looking for something to do rather than rotting in front of your MySpace, I recommend checking out Kiss Kiss Bang Bang at your local cinema stat. Also, if you want to see more after that and want to witness an abbreviated version of the best love story since PB&J, check out Walk the Line. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Bear fight. If there was a bear fight between a crocodile and a bear in a supermarket, who would win? Laura. Adam answers. An outstanding question. However, I don't think one could give a precise answer without considering all possible variables. For instance, what section of the supermarket are they in? If it's produce, I would say the bear, hands down. But then after typing that, I stopped to think that if this battle exists in reality or just in my mind. In my mind, I would give the crocodile the ability to stand on its hind legs and a nuclear reactor. The bear would have only its cunning wit. See, bears have claws, and smart bears know how to use them. Moral of the story, kids? Eat more greens. Buff dudes are cool. Jarhead. This movie leads me to believe that, in fact, no, I am not the killing machine I once thought I was. The Marines, however, are. Jake Gyllenhaal and Ray Charles star in this action-packed desert storm reenactment about waiting around in the desert. There are cheating girlfriends and wives, shootings, explosions, and many a laugh, much similar to our last few tours. I recommend this movie to anyone bored on a Tuesday night looking to see buff dudes holding rifles. So, like I was saying, www.beatunionmusic.com. Do it. Do it. Holy crap balls, Batman. Oh man, do yourself a favor like I did. Go to youtube.com and type Trunk Monkey in the search box. Amen, amen, amen. Taco Bell is heaven. What do you order at Taco Bell? Adam answers. I find this to be a mood question. Taco Bell happens to be my favorite food of all time, but if there's anything I've learned over the years is you cannot approach their menu the same way twice. After a long day, I like number 7 with Dr. Pepper and beans instead of meat on the taco. There was once a time when all I found myself ordering was a Mexican pizza minus the meat. I haven't ordered it in a while, but now that I'm thinking of it, I know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Cheesy Fiesta fries are sweet in small doses. Double-decker taco supremes with beans instead of meat are great, but take heed when eating more than one in a sitting. They sit in your stomach like bricks. Ooh! And bean burritos with no onions. Come to think of it, I am walking out of the door as we speak. Wishing a very happy birthday to this magical lady mama today, on her birthday, which is today. Happy birthday! You did it! Rome asks, is Adam gay? Crosses fingers and prays for the first time in life for a yes! Matt answers, what gives? No one ever asks me if I'm gay. Adam. Always with the Adam. Others of us out there like to be asked if we're gay every once in a while, too. I mean, the guy can dance and he dresses cool and loves flowers, knows a lot about ballet and does part-time interior decorating and never misses Will and Grace and smells good all the time and doesn't really like to touch dirty things, but that doesn't really mean anything. I, on the other hand, can't dance, hate Will and Grace, smell terrible, have never cried ever, work part-time in construction, I just love those little plastic hats, burp out loud a lot, and drive a Ford F-150. Ed loves football. Fred isn't a Van Halen. Mark isn't for the simple fact that he just isn't. Now what does that all mean? Nothing. It means I've taken up more of your time with this trivial blah blah blah, and that instead of asking which way we swing, you should really just shut your computer and go outside immediately.